It's Lucha time. The story continues to build between Texano Jr. and El Patron. Also, the crew is rewarded with a three-way main event by their new friend Dario Cueto. Let's talk about what happened out there tonight. YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell. Man, it's seen the place to be in the QCNC. Well, happy weekend to you all. Good morning to you all. Hope you're doing well. And as usual, I most certainly am. Let's get down to it. And we're just talking to you guys about this one and gals. Show starts off, as usual, with a recap of the action. From there, Matt Striker and Vampiro welcome us into the temple. They set the table. From there, how can we go wrong with this start, guys? Comment down below. Mil Muertes, who you already know is one of my favorites in Lucha Underground, versus Chavo Guerrero. Also, Katrina was not by his side. The crowd did not let this slide, and they started to chant, "No Katrina." So here we go. Right from the get-go, Mil works the power game early. He cuts off Chavo at every turn, tossing him outside and ramming him spine first into the ring post. Chavo does retaliate with a crossbody over the top rope after a baseball slide style dropkick, but Mil completely no-sells. He gets up and then he no-sells a dropkick from Chavo. At this point, Chavo is starting to look scared, but he stays in there. He starts to work over the leg of Muertes, even slamming the leg against the ring post on the outside. Some of those good old heel tactics. From there, Katrina comes down to the ring. We get an electric chair from Mil to Chavo, who still has not seen Katrina yet. We get big right hands. We get some clotheslines. Chavo gets tossed outside after reversing the flatliner. From there, Mil does see Katrina. And while that's going on, Chavo gets a steel chair. Chavo hits Mil in the back for a DQ. Mil no-sells the chair shot. He ends up kicking Chavo's butt. He ends up putting a flatliner to Chavo on top of the steel chair. He then tells Katrina to come in, but she defies him. From there, he gets physical. He grabs her by the hair and starts to force her into the ring. He tells her he wants her to kiss Chavo or lick Chavo, but she refuses. He then grabs her by the throat grabs her by the goozle, and he's ready to flatline poor Katrina. But from there, her new hero, her new champion, Phoenix, runs out. He saves her. Mil clears the ring. The two baby faces, Phoenix and Katrina, are in the ring together. Great start. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Anytime you start the show with Mil Muertes, you're going to keep your buddy Bezell happy. So great start. I'm liking where they're going with this storyline. Oh, but we're not done yet. From there, Mil Muertes has to watch as Phoenix and Katrina do a passionate lip lock kiss. So this is definitely not the end of this. This might end up being a backroom parking lot brawl or something before this is all over with. But either way, I'm excited and I'm enjoying it. Let's move on. From there, we're down in a basement or a locker room or some dirty area, and the mysterious woman is shown. She's unlocking a door, and then she starts to go up some steps. From there, we take a break. From there, we're in Dario's office. He says his new crew has been impressing him lately. I'm going to stop right here. Guys, gals, comment down below. Did you see the jerseys, the shirts that the crew had on? They said the crew on the front. Now, did any of you think about your buddy Bezell? Because I sure as enough thought about you. We've been calling them the crew ever since we started doing these reviews on this channel. Don't believe me? Look it up. And for me, it was only because I didn't know who they were. They were all three new guys to me. Not only that, I still don't know who they are by face and name. So I just always call them the crew. You loyal subs and viewers, you know what I'm talking about. But did you think about me? Just let me know if you did. I thought I got a good kick out of that. That was real funny. Let's continue. He says on October 29th, you premiered here. When you took out Big Ryck, that was something I would tell my grandchildren about. So tonight you are in the main event, but show me what you did wasn't a fluke. He says tonight you get Sexy Star, Pimpinela Escarlata, Mascarita Sagrada, and a no DQ match. And I want you to hurt them. Alrighty? We're good to, I don't know if it was a break or we'll come back from break. We'll just cut to the temple, but we're back in the temple. And Ivelisse says, Son of Havoc was supposed to fight Angelico last week, but he couldn't get the job done. So now she will fight him and show him how to get the job done. She does say once again that she's the baddest girl. And she uses the B word, but she says she's the baddest girl in Lucha Underground. And until somebody lays her out, I guess she can hold true to that claim. So from there, it's an intergender match. We have Ivelisse versus Angelico. Ivelisse working that MMA style, nice snapping leg kicks, but Angelico was checking them. He was very apprehensive about this match. He really didn't want to get physical with a woman in that sense. We do get a drop toe hold from Angelico just to kind of keep Ivelisse grounded, keep keep him from going after her too much. Angelico reverses Eva twice, teasing a kiss. Now, bear in mind, this was the show, what, a few days after Valentine's Day, so maybe that's why we had so much romance tonight. Phoenix, Katrina, Angelico, Ivelisse. But let's continue. From there, Havoc looks very angry. Eva hits a nice springboard Hurricane Rana. We get some kicks to the head, but Angelico drops her. Son of a Havoc steals Angelico with a cheap shot. Excuse me. But then gets rolled up for the 1, 2, 3. Ivelisse was your winner. So you know as well as I do, this ain't over. We're probably going to see Havoc again, or maybe we'll see Angelico get a partner, and maybe we get a little intergender tag team match. But either way, just an enhancement match, nothing more, nothing less. I had fun with it, and Ivelisse looked really good in it. So from there, let's go. Oh, excuse me. Wait, we're not done yet. Almost missed my notes there. After Angelico takes the loss, he says to Eva, if you ever want to go one-on-one without Havoc, give me a call. And then from there, he chumps out Havoc and gives him a push to the floor. So it ended on a nice note. A little bit of intrigue. Let's see what happens later on. Now it's time for a match. We have Superfly versus Texano. Right here at Bezell Speaks. You know, every time we see a new luchador, we give my first initial thoughts. I don't think I did last week, only because I wanted to come correct. I knew the guy was a champion and things like that. And plus, he wasn't wrestling. So also, let's keep it by the rules. Here at Bezell Speaks, we give you that first impression always when they're coming down for a match. So tonight we got that right from the get-go. My first impression. I was digging Texano's music. Pretty jamming, pretty aggressive. Okay, I can dig it. I definitely like that throwback Texas style look. You know, the boots, the fringe, the bull rope. I can dig that. You guys know me. I'm an older cat. I can handle that. So we don't need costumes and makeup and all that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some guys don't need it though. And just my initial reaction to Texano, I'm feeling it. And also, I believe it was me and JC Garcia, one of the low subs around here. We were commenting last week that I actually remember his father from the WCW days. He was in Los Cowboys with Silver King. So I remember his father. So he's got the blood in him. His dad was a good worker. I'm sure he grew up with a lot of guys that are good workers. Let's see what happens. So they're coming down to the ring. Now, as they're coming, we get a cut scene with Vampiro doing an interview segment with Texano. Now, it was in Spanish. They had the subtitles up. Texano says, Vampiro insults Texano by saying that he's joined by the ex-champion Texano. Texano did not like this, and he says he was the longest reigning champion. He reigned over 2 years. He said he would be the next big star in Lucha Underground. He says El Patron is no hero, and he can't stand up to the bull rope. And I am only here to destroy El Patron. What would that be in Spanish, my Spanish friends? What would that be? Solo. Help me out here. Yo solo aquí. And I don't know destroy, so yo solo aquí El Patron. I mean, help me out. Help me out. But either way, let's get down to the match. Good lucha work. As to be expected. Once again, I knew his father. Good lucha work for a bigger guy. They exchange headlock takeovers, dual nip-ups. Then we get some chops in the corner by Texano. Superfly hits a crossbody off the top rope, but Texano quickly ends the match with a knee to the back of the neck into a neckbreaker combo. Your 1, your 2, your 3, Texano. Barely got enough to get the appetite wet, but once again, this ain't about him and Superfly. Obviously, they're not going to let this guy get chumped out before him and Patron get into the ring, so I can dig it. I know what's going on. Alberto comes out, and he's ready to fight. They brawl outside the ring with El Patron in control. He gets the bull rope, and he starts to whip Texano with it until security breaks it up. Okay? From there, we get a break. We're back in Dario's office. Cage walks in, which I don't think we've seen him in a couple weeks. He says, it's time to make me Lucha Underground champion. I've destroyed Puma and Mundo. Dario says you still have lost to Puma, though. So next week, Cage versus Puma, non-title match. If you win, then you are the #1 contender. He says he wants a real title, not this Aztec piece of crap. So very disrespectful to the title. Then Chavo comes in, and he quits. What a show, you guys. I tell you what, I mean, when wrestling shows can put a smile on your face like this, you know you're watching something good. Let's keep it rolling. He says he quits. From there, let's see. Dario says the gods are not going to be pleased about this. And that's what he was saying as he was holding the torn title. From there, we're back into that locker room area. The mysterious woman is shown again. This time she's talking to someone and says ever since she was a little girl, she's wanted to kill you. and then she disappears with that kind of like black smoke mist again. So once again, looks like Lucha Underground is setting a table. There aren't too many things that are off limits. We get good wrestling action, lucha action. We get almost over the top storylines, even a little special effects. There's going to be more things to come in the future with this company. Wait till they really get rolling. Wait till people really are able to see this. Let's get down to your main event. We have a no DQ match with the Crew. Bale, Cortez Castro, and Mr. Cisco versus Sexy Star, Pimpinela Escalarta, and Mascarita Sagrada. From there, oh yeah, and let me just speak on Mascarita as well. I remember him too from the WCW days. I actually have the WWE Network, as you know, because that's how we do the NXT stuff around here. And I was watching one of those old WCWs, and sure enough, little old Mascarita, same costume, came on out the ring. He was a lot thinner, but it was him. And I was like, man, I totally forgot that I remembered him. So, no, good old Mascarita, he's still getting the job done. Let's get to your main event. Your Crew starts off strong. They're taking the fight to everyone. Castro beats up, chokes out Pimpinela. Star is taking a pretty good beating outside. Mascarita eats a big boot, but comes back with some offense. Hurricane run off the top rope. A springboard back elbow for a 1 count. Tilt-a-whirl arm drag from Sagrada as well. Star comes back in the ring, gets some nice knife edge chops, but the Crew was too much tonight. They were on point. Pimpinela has been taken completely out by the paramedics, so she's out, what you want to call it, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just, he's out. 3-on-2 at this point. Mascarita takes a curb stomp on a steel chair. He's out. So now it's 3-on-1 with poor Star. But don't get me wrong, Sexy Star holds her own. Lucha arm drags, nice tornado DDT outside. She hits a crossroads before being just flat out overpowered, but she keeps on fighting and eventually hits a Hurricane run off the top rope for a 2 count, but then it got ugly. Big Ryck comes out though, and from there, he coming off the distraction, Sexy Star gets the 1-2-3. Big Ryck stands tall at the end. What a show. What a show. What a lot of fun, too. Now, once again, I don't want to keep bringing you up, my friend, but JC, you always interact, you always talk, so let me talk about one of your points from last week. JC brought up a good point. He said that Big Ryck is becoming one of his favorites, and let's talk about that just for a second. What the kind of opportunity Lucha Underground gives us wrestling fans. And I'm going to go with Big Ryck. I'm going to go with Mundo. Let's talk about Mundo and Big Ryck specifically, okay? We all know that when Mundo was in the big stage in the WWE, talking wasn't his biggest selling point. Obviously, the same goes for Big Ryck. He used to be Ezekiel Jackson. They kept him quiet. They let his power do the talking. Lucha Underground gives us a unique opportunity to let these characters grow. Some guys just can't roll with a hot microphone. They need that. Okay, read this. All right, go. Okay, that was good. Cut. Go. Cut. They can shine in this format, and I think Big Ryck is really going to bring it with this. JC, comment down below, my friend. I know you like him too. But I think I can feel this. Also, with Mundo, look how good his promos have been lately. You know as well as I do. He's probably had a few hiccups. They just say, all right, cut. All right, try it again. And that's fine. That's the way, that's the beauty of a taped show, my friends. Now, if only the other people in the other organizations could learn that you can stop and edit and we don't have to get these sorry promos. As much as I love TNA, as much as I love WWE, you're both guilty. But Lucha Underground has given us a unique opportunity to make it, hey, at the end of the day, it's a show. So let's treat it like a show then. Let's have top-notch promos. Let's have a little bit of special effects. Let's have some great wrestling action. And that's what Lucha Underground is giving us. I mean, I can go on and on this, but I don't want this video to be too long. But once again, keep commenting. Have a great weekend, but let's not stop here. You guys did very well. I challenged you to help me get to 60 subs. We got darn close. We're at 58. So just for that, we'll do something special this week. I'm thinking about maybe we do a Q&A video, and you can ask all the questions you want to ask. We could just sit back and talk. But what I'll do is I'll film a Q&A questionnaire type video, and then from there I want you to put your comments on it. And then next week we'll have some fun and talk about some wrestling. Now, obviously, Lucha Underground is our favorite show on this channel, but you're more than welcome to ask me about WWE. You can ask me about TNA, anything you like. So please. But till then, I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it for you. I really feel like I can keep talking here, guys, but I gotta keep this under a certain amount of time limit, otherwise it'll take forever to upload. But once again, check back today. There'll be the this week's NXT review as well. Check back this weekend. We'll be covering the WWE Fastlane pay-per-view as well. But till then, go out there, enjoy this. Well, it's cold out here, but go out there and have a beautiful day. Be good to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be good to one another, my friends. And I will see you later, okay? Take care. Your buddy Bezell is out. Peace, everyone.